Maybe you've seen this video. We were towing this Armada with this here Chevy 3/4 ton, and the fuel pump died. And we're towing this 3/4 ton Chevy with Ford Ranger. So then we had to rescue the 3/4 ton with the Ranger. The Ranger also towed the Nissan. So this is good. So I guess, you know, I'm not really a Ford guy, but what does that say about Ford? We're gonna do the fuel pump in this guy, and I do not recommend doing this to your truck, but we already have this access panel cut in the bed, so we're gonna unbolt that and do our fuel pump. If you want to do this to your truck, you can Google videos on how to do that. Basically, you just go from the filler neck about a foot out, and you cut that panel. Or the better way to do it would be go from the bottom and drill holes up and make sure you get on the line the way that you want to. But again, I don't really recommend it. If you don't have the access panel, all you really need to do is just lift the bed. You can undo the bolts that hold the bed down on this side, and then undo a little bit on that side, and then you kind of tilt the bed up and put a jack stand and do your work there. Or you can always drop the tank. But this is a pretty straightforward job no matter which way you shoot it. In these old trucks, it shouldn't take you too long in your driveway. You're probably wondering, how do I know it's a fuel pump? Well, listen. Well, you know what? Listen from back here. There. I'm balancing the phone on the fuel door. Let's see if you can hear. Shh. Did you hear anything? Because you probably didn't. Those guys were 8mm and it just popped out of the way. Probably irrelevant to you. But then we see the fuel pump sitting on top of the tank here, and this is just covered in rat crap, maybe. I probably should put gloves on. I'm going to clean this out, and then I'm going to show you how to pull this old one out and put the new Master Pro back in here. Let me see if I can do something here. Oh boy, that's bright. We're starting to get down to the ring here, and this is the lock ring that holds the old fuel pump in, but I really need to clear all this debris, otherwise it'll fall down in the tank. And then you see your fuel lines here. We're going to have to disconnect those, and an electrical connector. What is this, a ground? Is there a ground going over there? Probably. So we'll get all this cleaned up, and then we'll pull the old one out, show you what it looks like, drop the new one in, and hopefully she fires right up. Getting to this ground bolt here, Tim and I call this the Vinny D, because we're just living life a quarter turn at a time here. Although I've been thinking about reinventing that, call it the Toretto twist. If you haven't caught on, it's because Vin Diesel and, you know, the movie series, but maybe I got it. Grounding wires out, disconnect the electrical connector here. And then as far as fuel lines go, we got two that thread on, one that's a little pinch clip here, and then a little screw clamp clip there. Take it off on that side. When you're separating these lines, you're going to want to hold the one end while you loosen the other end, because otherwise it'll just twist and kink, and then you're going to have a more expensive repair on your hands. Also, you're going to lose a little bit of fuel. Pop your gas cap to release the pressure. You got 3 out of 4 disconnected. So this one's kind of being tricky, so spray some silicone lube in there. I don't like using PB blaster and stuff on these rubber hoses, but you can if that's all you got. Then take you a big pair of pliers and kind of grip it and move it a little bit like this before you try to pull it back so you don't rip this hose. Last step on this, you're going to find these little tabs, and you're going to want to push the lock ring counterclockwise. And I know that because you come in here and you find these little nubs, and when they bottom out one direction. So with this one, I believe we're bottomed out if we were to keep going clockwise, so that's why I'm saying counterclockwise. I could be wrong, we'll find out. A little hammer and a gasket scraper. That's about all these things are good for. We started with this notch here, got a little bit of movement, and now moving to just kind of an opening, and it's just taking a while. Keep going. But eventually, once the lock ring clears, the pump should just pull straight up. Boom. Boom. Like that. Boom. Anatomy of a fuel pump, you've got the pump body itself, and then the strainer. This is your first line of defense for any dirt and debris in the tank. And then your float. This is what tells your fuel gauge how much fuel's in here. There's a little sensor for the float right there. And so with this one, generally, the thing that fails is the pump body itself. And I always tell people to keep some fuel in the tank, because This is cooled by the fuel around it, and so if you let your tank get below about a quarter, then this is just open in the air and it can cause it to overheat prematurely. But I don't know if that's what killed this one or not. It could have been the family of mice that's living on top. Who knows? Pop the old O-ring out of the fuel tank there. Careful not to drop any stuff down in the fuel. The new pump comes with the new ring. It's a couple-handed job, helps if you have a buddy. You've got to get the lock ring underneath these little tabs. These are just locator tabs. And so you have to hold pressure here, here, and up there. I used a screwdriver to get that one, and I was using these with my hands. And then my buddy was pounding on the ring clockwise, and it started to go in. Boom! Getting this grounding bolt back in. This is going to be easier to access without this panel, but it's doable. It helps if you have a ratcheting wrench with the panel. Then we got these 3 lines all connected. These probably have torque specs, but just go tight. And then we're going to start the truck up and see if things leak before we put our panel back on. Plug the electrical connector in, and then we're going to go turn the key to run. We'll see if we hear this thing buzz now. I want you to listen right here. Put your ear right there. So that's a fuel pump priming. That's what it should sound like. That's why I thought the other one was bad. Now we're going to see if we can start the truck and check for leaks. Well, job well done. No leaks. The lock ring over there is sticking out just a little bit, so we're going to try resetting that, get it down in there, thinking maybe we're not building enough pressure. All right, maybe more better. Hopefully. So the reason it was dying is because I still had the air cleaner off, and so the map sensor was throwing it all out of whack. So, oops. Job well done.